Hello and welcome to the next project in our quest to conquer freeCodeCamp. This is the personal library project, which is the third project in the information security and quality assurance certification. If you followed along so far, you already used to what we're doing. I just cloned the glitch project and we have it, well, apparently didn't clone right, so let's do it again. Oh, not here. So let's, okay, in a new tab. Meanwhile, let's see what we need to do. Nothing from my website will be cached in my client. Okay, I will see the site powered by PHP 4.2.0, even though it isn't a security measure. Okay, so this has to do with helmet. We need to check that. Then I can post a title to API books. To add a book and returned will be the object with the ID with the title and ID. Next, I can get the book I can get all the books, and I can get the book by the specific ID. And then I can post a comment to API books ID. To add a comment to the book and returned will be the book's object, similar to get API books. Alright. I can delete a book from a collection. It will say delete successful. I can try to request a book that, if I try to request a book that doesn't exist, I will get no books. No book exists, and I can send a delete request to delete all the books. So that's pretty similar as with the previous project. I won't use Mongo. I will just create an array which will store all the books and all the comments inside it. So that should work. Now, let's think. What should we want? Let's go here. Okay, you can see we have that. Let's check the server. Helmet. Now the issue we having here is that no matter what we're passing, let me show you again if you didn't saw this previously, it will pass, which is not that good because we didn't do anything. So, well, we'll have to trust our judgment that we're solving the tests. Okay. Goody. Now, what we want to do. Actually, I will only focus here on the post request, on the request post get delete. This will just be something from our lesson so far. Information security helmet, just look over these and you will be able to quickly solve it. And functional tests, I'm not sure if I'll do that. We'll see how the time goes. The most important part here are these: post, get, post, delete, and delete. Okay, so let's work on those. We have here, this is the example project. Let me open up our project, which should look similar, but it just doesn't work now. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have a form which has a method of post and sends the title. Okay, then another, let's see. So post title, post, book ID, and the comment. Okay, so we have two forms. Goody. Now this we don't worry about. Okay, submit new book title. Oh, so that's the save and delete all books. Okay, so that's a button. Yeah, so that's basically this is an interface for our backend. Goody. Next, let's see, comment test, val, attribute action. Okay. All right. So they have a little method here. Delete all books. Yeah, interesting. So have an ID, but I don't see working. Do we need to write the front end also? They don't say anything about that. Okay, I'll focus on the API now and let's see how that goes. Okay, tests. No tests now. API routes. Good. Nice. We also have here what the output should look like, which is awesome. You don't need to just look over this page. We have everything here. Now, as I said, I won't use Mongo, so I'll comment this. Instead, I'm going to create let will be, let's see, books will be an array. All right. We could also make it an object, which will be have the properties being the IDs, and that could be faster probably instead of going over the array. Let me think. Let's work actually with this. Okay, so when we go to API books and we get the get response, we want to res.json, we want to return the books. You can see here it's an array of ID, book ID, title, comment count, and so on. Comment count, so not comments. Get retrieve all arrays of all books containing title, ID, and comment count. Okay, good. So we don't yet know how our object will look like. So probably best will be to first get make the post request. So for that, first I want to get an ID randomly generated, and because we're not using Mongo, we need to create our own ID. So in package.json I want to add short ID, exactly as I did in the previous project. Now here in API I want to get that. So const short ID will be required short ID. Good. So now if someone posts, we have the title on the body. Don't like the format. I want to use the structuring. All right. And what we want to do is const new book. The ID of this new book will be short ID.generate, and the title will be the title, and comments will be an empty array. And now we can just push this to our books array. Books that push new book. Right, okay, and here we will return res.json what will contain a new book object including the list ID and title. Okay, so we can just send the new book like that. Good, so that should work. If we go here, let's test. So book title Florin, because that's a nice book. Submit. Yeah, you can see ID, title, and comments. Awesome, perfect. That works. Next, we want to get all the books and also the comments. This is interesting. Well, actually not the comments, but the comments count. Keep that in mind. Now we could just return all the books here, which will be almost good. Sorry about that, my throat is funny today. So we can submit a new book, and then if we go to API/books, you can see we get an array of objects, ID, title, and comments. Now we need to convert this to be comments count. So how to do that? We will just map over this books array. For every book, we'll send back an object. Let me see. Okay. With the book, and for the, well, we don't need the comments. So let's actually do this. So we need the ID, which will be book ID. We need the title, which will be book.title, and we need the comments count, which will be book.comments.length. So we're just mapping over this array and we're changing the data. So now if we refresh, we get an empty array because we don't have any books. But if we submit one, let's actually submit multiple, mark, okay, 2 books. And if we now get API books, you can see that we have an array of objects, and instead of comments, we have comments count. Awesome, so that works. We need to delete one book. So let's see. How do we delete it? I think we get the ID. Book comment, delete all books, no. Delete, to delete a book from the collection. Return will be successful. Okay, so we get the, where is it? API books ID. So not, this will just delete all the books. So let's do that. We can also do that. So return res.json on our books, but before that, books equals an array. Empty out the array. Okay, I guess that's what we need to send back. Let's see. So delete a book. Okay, you can send a request AP books to all the books. Return will be complete. Delete. Okay, so we need to send actually a message back. All right. So instead of sending the books, just send success, complete, delete, successful. That feels odd. I'll delete successfully. Okay, something like that. Good. Post. On the post, we'll get the title and ID. On get all the books. Okay, so we did that. Now we need to get the book by ID, post on that book by ID, and delete that book, which should be simple. Now let's see. Book ID from params ID. Awesome. We need to get that, so we can do return res.json, and here we can go over the books and find the book which has the book ID being equal to book ID, like that. I would also change this to ID, do some structuring, and this will be then ID. And now this will give us just the book which has the corresponding ID. Awesome, let's test it out. Refresh this, create a new book. Okay, API books will give us on post, we'll get the book we created. If we go to all the books, we get an array with the books. And if we go /ID, we only get this book. Now to see that that works, let's create mark book. Let's get all the books. You can see that there are 2. But now if we paste in the ID, we only get that, which is great. Now we want to push a comment to the book. Awesome. So for that, let me add the comment. Okay. Let's see. Think. We also need to send back that book. So first, let's go over the books and map over and do something here in the map. Return book initially, but if the book ID is equal to book ID, again here, I don't like that. Let's do the structuring and comment. And comment comes from the body. Okay, then if it equals to the ID, that means we found the book. So then on that book comment, that book that book.comments.push comment. Now this should push to that book's comments. Now we're returning back the book because we're mapping over. So now this will update the books array, finding the book we need and updating its comment. Now we also want to return that book, so just to return rest.json books find book with the exactly what we did above, book.id equals id. All right, so what we did here, we do here, we're changing that book and then we're returning it back. Awesome. And delete. Let's again get id here, and what we'll do is this, but instead of mapping we're going to filter, and we get the book and we want to filter out the book which has the book of id. Actually filter out, okay, book id is not defined, book.id. So for storing, we'll filter out the book with id equals to id, with the book id equals, okay, let's hopefully make sense. All right, and we're going to return rest.json success deleted successfully. Okay, we can also say book with id was deleted successfully. All right, using some ternary there. Awesome. So it just filters out. This will go over the array and see for which item in the array this condition is true. It will keep it. If it's false, then it won't keep it. So when we have the id, it's equals to this id, so it won't pass through. All right, so I think that completes our little API. We just need to check to see if it works. So let's do that. Basically, we're creating, updating, and reading. Oh, and deleting. Not updating, actually, we're just posting. Okay, book title. Florin, submit. Now we get that book. Let's put another book with mark. Submit. Okay, and one more, third. Submit. Okay, we have the third. Now if we get all the books, we get all the books with the comments count. If we go to /an_id, we get just that book. If we go back here and we try to post a comment, this is my first comment, submit. Look at that, now we have the book and the comments will be 1. Let's put another comment to the same book with id, second comment, submit. This is my second comment. Well, this is my first comment and also second comment. Now if we get all the books, you can see that this has book count v2, which is great. If we get that id again, we get an object with the corresponding and the comments. Oops, I deleted that. And let's test for deletion. Undefined comments, undefined comments. Okay, so something is not working on their side. Undefined comments. id. I think, let's see what they're requesting there on the client side. Where are you? Sample front end, okay. I'm not sure. Oh, client.js. Alright, here. Oh, var title, comment count, title, kill book item. What's undefined? So Florin, undefined comments. ID I. Not sure why I. Interesting. Bar title. Comment count. Oh, so comment count is something wrong there. Comment count. Let's see what. So when they do a get on API books. Get API books. Comment count. Okay. So we need comment count. Right? Yeah. So that's the error. Without an S. So comment count, which is odd, but okay. Comment count. Comments, so it should be right. Alright, so now that should work. Let's go back here. Put in a new book, Florin, submit, get another book. You can see that Florin appeared, mark, submit, and let's put Elisa book title. Okay, and we get an ID, and let's see, for this one we want to put comment one comment 2 and comment 4. Now this has 4 comments. Now if we refresh here, we should see, look at that, comment 3. If we click here, we can also see the comments. They're not very, this is a comment. Submit again, go back, refresh, get in the data, and look at that, this is a new comment. We can also add here, hello comment. Hello comment. Add comment. Hello comment. Interesting. Something's wrong with their part on the front end. Let's see what happens. 5. Yeah, so they don't add it correspondingly. Alright, we can also delete the book. Click that, refresh the page. Interesting. So it didn't delete all books. Okay, so delete all books works. Delete one book didn't work as I wanted. Let's see why. So filter book ID is different then. Okay, book with ID was suspended. Let's try it on our, well, can't really. Oops. Like that, and I want to click here, delete the book. Object, refresh the page. Object, refresh the page. Alright. Let's see what they do on the client when we click delete. Delete. Delete the book with the ID. API books, decided delete. HTML read, data, refresh the page. Data, what comes from our API, what comes when we delete. Oh, it comes an object. Okay, I guess I could just send back response. What was that? Return send. I guess we can just send a message. Like that. But why doesn't books filter book? Okay. So that should work. Different than ID. Book ID. Okay. Let's try again. So new book. Florin. Alright. New bookmark. Alright. Click here. We can delete book. Book with ID undefined was deleted successfully. Okay, so there comes something. ID is not defined. ID is not defined, so that's why it does not. Oh, okay, because here I did the structuring, but I didn't delete the .id. Alright, now that should work properly. mark, click on mark, and delete. Book with ID was deleted. Refresh. Look at that. Awesome. So all of our requests work. If I try to request a book that doesn't exist, I will get a no book exists message. Again, so if I try to request, okay, request here books that find. I guess we can say const book will be books that find. If no book, then I can turn rest that send book book what? No book exists. Book not found. Okay, otherwise we can just return the book. Okay, so that should work. If we go here, create a book, Florin. If we want to get this book, it should give us the book. But if we put in some, some more data, I should say book not found. Alright, so that works. Good. This was pretty fast. I guess we could do this. I don't really want to. And functional tests. Let's see the functional tests first. Is something I'd like to do. Not this. Tests, functional tests. Okay. So API, each test should complete the test. Okay. So this gets the API books, and this book response should be an array. Book.0 comment count. Okay, book.0 title, book ID should contain ID. Okay, so these tests if it has. Alright, then routing tests. The post, create a book. So I guess if we do this here, and we want to post API books, and we want to send, I think send was it, send title to be green, then is array, no, we get back the property comments should contain comments, book contain comments, book should contain title, not 0 here because we only get 1. So book that press that body ID, book should contain ID. Alright, and we can also test assert equal press that body that title should be Florin, like that. Now here in node, exactly as in the previous one, we can check the we can check the environment to be test, change the environment to be test by adding node environment be test in the .env file. So let's do that. Node env is test. Okay, and now in the logs should see the tests. Okay, the first 2 tests are passing. Oh, no given title. Okay, this is not yet. So test post with no given title. We don't do that yet. So hello, I love your videos, but seems like audio quality isn't that good. Why is not the audio quality that good? Let me know. You want it louder, or what do you mean? Okay, so test if no given title. We can't really, can we? Let's see in the front end. Can we not pass something here? Yeah, if it will create a book with no title. So I guess in our API, where is it? API. Post title. If no title, we can just return res dot send no title provided. Alright, and then in functional tests, we can do this again. And okay, then copy this. So when we post to books and send title an empty string, we want to get back res dot. I'm not sure. Res dot what? Res dot something. Res dot. Interesting. So we put the body, no text. I'm not sure. Let's see. Chai test post string back. Whatever. Let's integrate tests. And okay. Back there to be. Have status. Cookie. Okay. Back. Audio quality is like back in 2007. I'm not sure what you mean. You're the first one to say that, so sorry about that. I'm sorry for you. I'm not sure what's wrong. My mic is good. If the volume is okay, then not sure what else to change for you. Expect request to be text. Where's the text? Is that a property? Chai request text. Let's see some example. Yeah, not very clear. Could I go back here to this section and chai http? Well, we don't have that. It's a project. Oh boy. Okay, I'll just skip this for now. No tests. Get books, an array of books. Well, basically this. For this test. Alright. We get back the books. And we get back an array. Okay. Book ID. Now again, I don't know how to test for a response which is text. Someone knows, let me know in the comments and I'll just do this in another video if it's requested, all the tests. For now, the API works and I'm happy with that, right? Okay, we could look at the helmet stuff. Okay, so one thing we need to do is to, let's see. I can see the site is powered by PHP 4.2.0. So for that, we want to use helmet hide provided by and set that. So we can use this line of code for that in our server.json. Let's do it here. Also need to import helmet now. Require helmet like that. And we need to do one more thing. Nothing from my website will be cached. So there was something with caching. No cache. Okay, helmet.nocache. Alright, let's use that also, and it should be fine. Helmet, no cache. Okay. Although we can't test the tests, but as you saw, this works. Let's try actually again. We can paste book, we'll get the book back. We can do here also. Then on the mark, we can add in a comment, a second comment. This is a comment, 3 comments, which will show up here. We can delete this book, we need to refresh, and we can delete all the books. We need to refresh. Alright, so that works. Alright, that's it for this project. It was a fast one. Well, let's put it here and submit. Sorry, not here, what I'm doing. Here and the third one. Good. Let's submit. Continue to the next one, let's see. We don't need this anymore. Build a full stack JavaScript, which works like this. We will do a stock price checker in the next live stream. Good. Alright. Stock data, Google, get single price, compare. Alright, this is interesting. Nice. Okay, see you in the next live stream, which will be later today. Thanks all for watching. If you like this, give it a like and subscribe if you haven't. And that's all. Have a nice day. Bye.